I am muted. Hello, hello. What is a stream without a little bit of scuff? Am I right? It's necessary. It's the spice. It's the MSG of being a VTuber. So, as I was saying, I felt like for tonight we would start off perhaps with some Wingspan Automa to sort of wake us up, get us in the gaming mood. And once we've gone through that, I plan to open up a queue to viewers, really here in just a few seconds, to join me in, I'm thinking Pandemic Reign of Cthulhu, but depending on who pops in, that is up to change. So let me go ahead, get that queue started. That does have a max queue size of 3. Only gotta let the queue be big enough for the next game. Type next join to enter. Whatever. Whatever you want, streamers. Let me pin that. Annually. Great. God, that takes so much of the screen. Can I mount you somewhere else, like over to the right? Oh, I can. Except I hate that. I hate that a lot. No, now it's just unmounted. Unmountable. Yeah, this could be fine. Let me do this. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing, but it's a lot of interesting stuff, I assure you. Gosh dang it, chat. Why are you Just get over here. Get to the very left of this mod. Thank you. All the way down. Up, you're remounted again. And what a pain. Get over here, yes. That looks a lot better. Please excuse the coughing. It is getting better. It's not as bad as it was Thursday night. So I feel like I can at least stream. That's good. But yeah, it's still there. It's still there, unfortunately. Gotta deal with it. So thanks for bearing with me while I deal with that. And thanks for coming out tonight. Emma! I know who that is. Thank you for the follow. At least I think I know who that is. I'm like pretty sure. But I guess Emma isn't the rarest name, so you might be a different Emma. We'll find out, I hope. Hey yo, welcome in. I'm just starting the stream off, so it's nice to see ya. Alright. So, for any of my viewers, yep, there you are. That's who I thought. Welcome in. Even if it's just lurking, you know, I appreciate you being here. I'm going to start off with Wingspan, the Automa version. So I'm going to play against a computer that is way too good at this game. It trounces me every time I've played, but maybe tonight will be the night. Oh. So we're going to do that. I've already selected the European expansion. I've already selected Automa. And yeah, thank you. It is. So I'm not investing a lot into my stream yet because, you know, all the normal reasons one would know. But I have a lot of creative commons and public domain assets, and I got kind of the right vibe here, as well as this really old art for me a long time ago. Currently blanking on their name, but it is in the About. Rush It, I think it was. So, if this stuff picks up, I'll probably commission a PNG tuber from one of several artists I love, which has a moving mouth and stuff, so that It's not just the static image, but it's working well for now. I think it's working well. Oh gosh, that's an accident. Oh no, stop that. Although if I can do that, can I just expand the window to where it fits better? Look at that. Look at that. Oh, which Zelda? Like you say old school, but how old school? Minish Cap. That was Game Boy Advance era, right? Started on Breath of the Wild, so Zelda's pretty much all new. Yeah, I, I guess I technically started Zelda on. I keep thinking it's Spirit Tracks, but it's not Spirit Tracks. I think I technically started Zelda on Phantom Hourglass as a ROM on my DS, which was bad. But I didn't get very far, and I didn't buy the game because, I don't know, I was already starting to slow down on RPG games. Um, but the one Zelda that I've played a ton of is Twilight Princess, and I absolutely love Twilight Princess. In fact, right now, another VTuber that I mod for, Queen Rowlet, getting a quick shout out, is currently playing through Twilight Princess for the second time in a row on her streams. And it's a beautiful game that's especially well suited if anyone has any sort of furry leaning. Other than that, I've played Breath of the Wild. Not a little bit, but not like a ton. Next, you want to do Link to the Past. Right. The first one was a quick playthrough on the old GameCube version, but now she's doing the HD remake on the Wii U, and she's going for 100%. So if you're interested in that, tune in sometime to her. For me, I don't know if I'm ever gonna get the time to dedicate into an RPG like that ever again, but maybe one day. All right. So back to this game that I did start up at some point. Um, like I said before, if you're not familiar with Wingspan, it is a fun up to 5-player game. So it's a 1 to 5 player game where you face off against a computer. My favorite RPG that I've done in the past. Oh, that's actually a really hard question. Because I think. Hey, Nal. Is it okay if I call you Nal on stream? You never answered the previous times when I was asking you. Yeah, it is really hard to find time for an RPG as an adult. I can pretty much name all the RPGs that I've played significantly enough to even get close to qualifying. Which, actually, I can name one more than that. Because I guess technically, as a child, although I remember very little of it, I did play Adventure. I think that's the name. For the Atari 2600. I think the name of that game was Adventure. Because, it was so old that they didn't need some fancy name to be an RPG. Well, now I'm happy to call you whatever you'd like to be called. For me, the RPGs I've played, um, so there was Adventure, there were the Pokemon games, which I played very seriously up until about fourth generation. I think that's when, I don't know if it's ADHD or something, caught up with me, and playing Pokemon all the way through stopped giving me the same sort of dopamine hits that I was used to. Um, and so now I still buy I still buy every generation of Pokemon. I buy both games every generation as sort of my sign of dedication to Pokemon. But I barely play them anymore. Um, Although Legends Arceus I did put a good bit into because it was so different. But back on the topic of RPG, I would have to say, well, I'm just gonna list the ones I played, right? So there's Twilight Princess. I played a lot of Twilight Princess. Um, there's Tales of Symphonia, which I did not really play enough to qualify as a favorite. It got to one part that was just too hard for me at my time, at my maturity level, and I was just like, I can't move forward anymore. Um, there was Okami, which I never got to play enough of. I have it on my Switch now too. Um, and I still don't get the time to play it, although I would love to play through and finish that game someday. Okami is beautiful. I love these beautiful games. Um, that's what I'm currently counting as. And then like I said, I played. I think I said Twilight Princess already, and I played Breath of the Wild for a good set of hours. Like, not too little, not too many. But I'm actually going to take a quick peek at my Steam library. But I think really that's all the RPGs that I've played significant. Um, I know I played some Half-Life 2, if that counts as an RPG. It's really questionable. um, I don't think Raft counts. I played that with friends. That helps. That helps get through a game playing it with friends. What counts as an RPG? Like, do the old Grand Theft Auto games count? Because like, I played through Grand Theft Auto 3 and Vice City and San Andreas. God, I played through San Andreas. I played through San Andreas to the point where I believe I had completed the entire main storyline of San Andreas. And I still had a bunch of other stuff to do. That was my peak gaming phase. Is like, what, early high school maybe, or was it still middle? I think it was early high school. I mean, for me, that sounds like Grand Theft Auto, an adventure game that you play as another character. Like, I think a lot of the time we think of them as being fantasy genre, but when you've got a huge storyline like Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead Redemption, I don't see why that's not an RPG, even if it is like, a shoot 'em up. But yeah, I played San Andreas like to completion for the main storyline and was starting all the side quests. And the PlayStation 2 memory card errored. The save data was corrupted and I couldn't play it anymore. And it's all been downhill in gaming since then. That's other dumb crap going around in a game is the best. That's like what I keep doing in Genshin Impact, which is the RPG I'm currently. I guess that's an RPG I'm currently playing through, which I've been doing on stream. So I don't know why it didn't get the mention it deserved. But going around getting distracted by all the things that are going on, that's the best part of an RPG, right? It's not the main storyline. It's it's exploring the world and sort of just being a part of what's going on in the world. I love it so much. For sure, for sure, for sure. The dumb pointless thing. Oh man. Why would the story have to be stuck to religiously? I mean, as long as they're not like super at odds with each other, I can see how that might break immersion. But otherwise, I think it's fine. Fine. Or the world will end 10 minutes. And then you do like 50 side quests. Yeah, sure, the world will end in 10 minutes. Breaks in the story. No need for urgency in the main quest. No, for sure. For sure. I kind of get that. It's. I wouldn't say that it ruins a game if it's like the world will end in 10 minutes and then you can go spend several weeks doing unimportant things. But it's definitely a better game when it doesn't do. I'll give you that. All right, while we're talking, I'm at least going to trigger setup, which is this button that I'm going to push, and everything will happen automatically. Now, Automa is fun, but it is still one of the parts of this game that I am very clumsy with. Everyone's like, dragon will kill us all. My reaction, but let me make these sweet rolls and learn how to pickpocket real quick. Doesn't ruin the game. Some games went well, but then really big urgent reason to forget the open world. All games do that all the time. Yeah, if it's constantly like that, I can understand how that might sort of ruin the mood. I get that. How's my audio balance, by the way? It sounds like my music is barely audible, but I wonder if that's just this song. Over your baby's probably killed. Yeah, that's rough. That is rough. I don't know what else to say to that than that's rough. I feel like and what's his name? Well, if my voice comes through well, I guess that's the most important part. That's rough, buddy. That is exactly what I was channeling there when I didn't really know what to say. I can't remember his name right now, and it's driving me crazy. Because my brain works really poorly. Everyone is. Does that make you Sokka? Alright. So where were we here? As I was saying, Automa is one of the bits that I'm still pretty rough with. So I'm gonna have to refer to the rule books on occasion. And sorry for you guys, but that's just the way it's gonna be. Lurk for a bit, putting your brain cells into solving Zelda. Go ahead, go ahead. Thanks for the lurk. I appreciate it. You're helping me get that average viewer count up, which is what I need for affiliate right now. So I greatly, greatly appreciate it. During my tenure in the Forbidden Guild, was I not Sokka Energy? At what point were you not Sokka Energy? Were you Sokka Energy? Like, what part of Sokka Energy do you want to claim? Because there's the part where he's like an idiot and everything works out fine. And there's the part where he like works really hard at a task. And there's the part where he's like just super, super lazy. So like, which part of Sokka are you trying to claim? Goofy. Goofy is fair. Goofy is fair. Just a reminder, if you're going to be around when I finish this game, which I'm not sure you will be considering I can't start it, there is a queue open to join Pandemic Reign of Cthulhu, which I don't know if you've played that, but it's a fun board game and I'd love for you to join me. In the interim, I am going to try to start this game. Alright. Let's see. What do we got in my hand? I need to finish setup. Okay. White-faced ibis. Let me look at these, because I have to pick one of these. So birds with ground nests. Extra points, 31% of cards. For birds with wingspans over 65 centimeters, 35% of cards. Ooh, slightly more points for ground nests. We'll have to see what my current cards say. Might have to decline because you're in the midst of forcing Emma through your childhood. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Remember, it's okay to have different loves. White-faced ibis. Both. Okay. Sure. Neither. Sure. Woof. Land is not showing me any greatness towards either of these. What's on the board right now? Neither, ground. Well, we'll keep ground then. We'll toss the large bird special, and we'll hope that that works out for us. Alright. Now I have to pick what's gonna stay in my hand. That's also a tough decision. Alright. So for those unfamiliar, when you're starting out on Wingspan... And so small. When you're starting out on Wingspan... you get 5 birds. One of each food token. For each bird in your hand that you want to keep for your play, you have to discard a food token. So it's very important to pick the birds that you want to keep to get a good start in this game. So white-faced ibis is an expensive bird. Worth a lot of points though. Has a death activation. So, looks like whenever I pick draw bird cards, I then get to roll dice, not in the bird feeder. If any are fish, I gain a fish and cash it on the card. So that's an extra game. It's not the greatest effect, but it's decent, and it plays to platform builder. You got the common swift. At the end of the round, discard up to 5 worms from my supply. Oh, the music's too loud. Discard up to 5 worms from my supply. For each one that I discard, I tuck a card from the deck behind this card. That's not bad. Definitely good to have out earlier if you're going that route, but that will require me to get a lot of food. It doesn't help with that since it's on the lay eggs. Get the white-breasted nuthatch. It is a cheaper bird, though. Goes up to gain food. When activated, gain food from the supply and cash it on this card. This might be good synergy. Because this will increase the amount of food I can get. And when activated, it also gets a point. So I'm getting food and a point. And getting that food can help with the common swift. So that might work out well. The common cuckoo, a more expensive bird, worth more points for it. Between turns, when another player takes the lay eggs action, this bird lays 1 egg on another bird. Those types of nests. Oof, I don't trust between turns actions with Automa yet. Because Automa's a jerk. And will somehow never pick the actions you want it to do. This is probably a discard bird. Let's say we're going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of this expensive bird. I'm really feeling the synergy between these two, but let's take a look at European Bee Eater. When activated, reset the bird feeder. If you do, gain a worm from the bird feeder after resetting. Oh man. These three go together really well. I think I actually want to keep all 3 of them. Especially the European Bee Eater. Man, that's going to be serious. What's in the bird feeder right now? Worms. And these take worms. This is gonna go well for me, I think. I think this will go well for me. So we'll keep these 3, which means we have to get rid of 3 food. We're gonna get rid of our fish, our rats, our rodents, sorry, and our cherries. Alright. These will get discarded. These birds will get discarded. I will be ready to play as soon as I'm sure that I can. I just gotta look at the Automa rule again. Inside of the goal board is what we're using. 2 4 dealing bonus cards to yourself. Do 1 for Automa, which I bet it did. Automa wants birds that can only live in the prairie. I don't remember what the rules will tell us. End of game, end of round goal scoring card. Do I always go first? Okay. Since I go first, we can go ahead and start with my turn. And we're going to start by spending 1 wheat to play a bird. We're going to play our white-breasted nuthatch to the forest. I think that is a swell move. Then it's Automa's turn. Automa, how do you take your turns? Neat? Over ice? Let me know. Automa's turn, draw a single card from the Automa deck and place it face up on top of any previously revealed Automa cards. Lined up against the arrow on the current round tracker card. Okay. So Automa, round 1, has the play a bird action. Compare each icon, resolve the action. So play a bird. From the 3 face-up cards on the bird tray, pick up all that meet the requirement of the Automa's bonus card. Oof. Of these cards, the Automa will keep 1 card with the highest point value. Place it face up in the Automa supply and discard the rest. Yikes. Okay. So, meet the requirement of the bonus card. Birds that can only live in that area. Okay? So birds that can only live... None meet that requirement. Oh, Automa got a hard bonus card this 19% of cards. If no birds, draw one face-down bird card and place it face-down in the Automa supply. They'll change based on the difficulty I choose. Let's go with easy since it keeps whooping my butt. So, there's its face-down bird card. I think that's Automa's turn, but let's double check. Oh, I don't think there's... Are there more pages? Your turn. Ground powers. To just the Automa deck. Oh gosh, what has happened? Everything's gone sideways. They made these rulebooks like way too fancy. Like way too fancy. They don't work the way you expect rulebooks to work. Tabletop Simulator, because they're too fancy. Alright, so that gives us my turn again. I'm going to go ahead and gain food. I see that there is a worm available, so I will take the worm. So we remove it from the bird feeder, and we take a worm from the supply. That token moves over, and I get to gain a wheat from the supply and cash it on my bird. Alright. The bird's probably not going to have to move around, so we're going to lock it in place. We're going to grab that wheat token, and we're going to cash that wheat token. Alright. This is a good way to start the game. I'm going to get a lot of points from cashed wheat tokens. Perhaps too many points from cashed wheat. Alright. That ends my turn, so it's Automa's turn. Automa does its turn the way Automa does its turn. Flippity flip. Okay, it's going to draw a bird card. So, discard all 3 face-up cards, draw 1 card from the face-down deck, and place it face-down in Automa's supply. Okay. This goes there. These birds are gone. Poof, dead. No bird. No bird for us. Alright. That's Automa's turn. Okay. Automa's not doing so hot first round, but see if that survives. This is a 4-round game. Alright. I now have 2 worms, so I'm gonna play... I can't play a bird yet. I don't have eggs. I gotta do lay eggs. Oh, excuse me. I couldn't mute fast enough. Oh, well, I'm not playing Genshin Impact. Does my hotkey work? It does! My hotkey works. Okay. Okay, I can mute again. Although you'll see it in Tabletop Simulator. Look, I get some eggs. I get 2 eggs, and they're going to go on the only bird that I currently have that can hold eggs. And mess that up a little bit. That's fine. That's fine. We'll do it next turn. Automa's turn. We'll go ahead and set a camera at. Okay. What does that cube, no cube mean? Wait, what does that cube do? What does that cube? Oh, the last time I should have also taken one of Automa's action cubes, placed it on the current round's goal tile. So up here, current round goal tile. We'll place it over here. Stack it that way. Okay. This round was X. And it has a no cube, which is probably remove, right? Yeah, so I guess I didn't have to do it that way. Now it has to come back, but that's fine. Okay, but the action for Automa this turn is to lay eggs. Each egg icon in the section for the current round. Give the Automa one egg. Okay. One egg for Automa. It's got 2 face-down birds and 1 egg. Could be worse. My turn. Now I can play this European beat eater, which is what I'm looking forward to. So, to play a bird, you can see that it will cost me 1 egg. So we'll spend that egg. We'll play the European bird eater, which also costs me 2 grub. They are technically called, although I prefer calling them worm. Like worm. Worm is a good word. Worm. And my bird is played, and my turn is over. You should technically here. Alright. Automa's turn. Automa. Shift 2 for your camera view. What? You say? Ooh. Special stuff. A food cube. Activate all pink powers. I do not have any pink. What is a food cube? If all dice in the bird feeder show the same face, move the remaining dice and toss all 5 dice into the top of the bird feeder to refill it. They don't. Using the key, start from the leftmost die face icon and select the first die face available. Move all dice with that face from the bird feeder. Okay. So it preferably wants this. Move all dice with that face. Okay, but there was only 1 die with that face, so this is not bad. Alright, my next turn, and this is where my scenario. I get 2 foods. All of the foods aren't great foods. We'll start with getting the worm. We still want that worm. And then I guess we'll take the cherry. Okay, after the 2 foods, we go over here. When activated, reset the bird feeder. So I will activate that, and I will reset the bird feeder. If I reset the bird feeder, I gain a worm from the bird feeder after resetting. So that is a little trickier than I first anticipated it being, but we'll make it work. Alright. Goes on to the next brown action. When activated, gain a wheat from the supply and cache it. Happy to do that. Get a stack of wheat there. And my turn ends. Automa's turn. Automa says, egg. Automa gets egg. Good Automa. Alright. For my turn, we're going to play a bird. We got to get that round end bird out here. It costs no eggs, but it does cost a worm. We're going to spend that worm. We're going to get the common swift out here. That's actually my turn. Automa, what saith you? Get rid of all rat food. No rat food. All fish food. No fish. All cherries. Okay. No more cherries. Activate all pink powers. There are no pink powers. Alright. Back over to me. Now I gotta start setting up for next round, because I only got 2 moves left. Oh, there's 2 ways that I need to set up for next round. Herbs and worms. Because I can just tuck worms at the end of my turn. So you know what? Let's get those worms for the tucking. 2 foods. I'm going to take worm from that. I'm going to take worm from this. It's 3 worms. It's a good amount of worms. I can reset the bird feeder, and if I do, I get to gain a worm from it. Let's see if it gives any worms. I have never seen this happen before. Oh, there they go. There is a worm. Alright, that's 4 worms. That's helpful. I now get to cash a wheat from the supply. That ends my turn. Automa, what do you got? What do you got for me? A bird guard. Okay. So again, his thing is birds that can only live in the field, in the prairie. And he has one, the American kestrel. Forgot what's next. Place it face up in the Automa supply. I don't know why it doesn't really give me... I'm just gonna... Why do you have a hand, Automa? Okay, face down supply, face up supply, eggs. The face up birds are probably worth their actual point values. Yeah. That's a shame, because they can be really expensive. At the end of his turn, the bird is refreshed. Another one he can take. So perhaps, since I'm allowed to know what Automa's skill is, perhaps it's okay for me to steal the birds that it will want? Play defensively? If they're worth more than, like, 3 points? Yeah. This one is, although only by 1, so maybe I don't have to kill. Alright, for my round 2, what do I want to do to prep? Wait, do any of you have cool things? Activated, gain 1 wheat from the bird feeder if available. You may cash it. Activated, all players lay an egg on any one bird. Maybe. The habitat with no eggs, lay 1 egg on each bird in that habitat. You know what? I will actually draw a bird card. I will take that bird card. It gets replaced at the end of my turn with American Coot. Activated, tuck a card from your hand behind it if you do draw a card. That's not bad. Alright, this is going to be your last turn, Automa. What saith you? Uh-oh. I'll get rid of food. You can't hurt me now, Automa, even if you do get rid of all the rodents. Hey. Alright. Oh. Okay. And then add one of its cubes. Okay. So then we go to a normal round ending, right? Automa's quantity of the targeted item for the end of round goal is calculated using a base value plus any cubes in the current round pile. Okay, so there's a base value and Automa's cubes. Alright. Is the current scoring? I don't want a greater challenge. Is it up here? I bet it's up here where we beat people. It is! Look at that. Two? Oh, there's round 1. I swear that said round 3 before. What on earth? Round 1. So it's birds with no eggs. Its base is 1, plus this is 2. How many birds without eggs do I have? I have 2 birds without eggs. So Automa and I tie. Now that means that we'll split 5 points. At end of game. So for end of round goals, Automa and I currently have 2. Oh, I forgot to do my end of round thing. Discard up to 5 rub from my supply. For each one that I do, tuck bird from the deck behind the card. I'm going to go ahead and discard all 4. I'm going to play fast and loose. No, I'm going to discard 3 because I want 1. For this bird that I want to play. Could be helpful to me. The 3. 1, 2, 3. Move this guy. These cards down here. Oh. Go under it. There we go. Tucked cards. Okay. Bring it around goals. I'll have to adjust. But we gotta do the other end. So, these birds are gone forever. What else happens in the round? First player token is passed. That's not happening. The action cubes are gathered back up after the end of round action happen. Actions did happen. Does the food get reset at the end of the round? Move all action cubes, score the end of round goal. Discard all face-up bird cards on the bird tray. Rotate. Right. So, the answer is no. Those tokens are not refreshed automatically. So next up is just the start of round 2. All right. Oh, I gotta adjust Automa first. So these guys, this card gets removed. Whether these cards get removed. Didn't it say 2? Flip the current round tracker card so the next round is visible and its arrow is pointing to the right. Remove the Automa card that specifies remove after round. Reshuffle the Automa deck and place it beside the current round tracker card. There other cards that were... Oh god, what's this? Oh no, I think there's just more than you currently play. Alright, so... That's it, yeah? The end of round goal scoring card for the next round beside the goal tile for the next. Okay, so up here. Moving over. Ah, there's round 3. Let me go over there. For round 2, birds in the water area. Row. Oh, birds in 1 row is birds in that area. Okay. So it has a base of 1. And then each time we get one of those cube things, it's going to put up another one. I bet it's really these later rounds that start to screw me. All right, let's start off. How do we want to start off? Let's start off by playing a bird. Oh, I can play it to the forest area. I'm going to do that to the forest area. That is going to cost me, so go ahead and mark where I'm playing a bird. So it costs me 1 egg. 1 egg. Play the bird, discarding its food cost of a worm and cherry. Oh, these guys got to get back out. Normally you want to do that before you take your turn, so you can see if there's something in there you want. Nothing Automa will. Start filling out my water. Takes a lot of food. Activate it though, gain. It can go up at the top. I might do that. I might go for like a food heavy play. That might be what's best for me tonight. Let's find out. Alright, so my turn is over. I played my bird. Spent my food. I am done. What is Automa going to do to us today? The Automa card. Let's get rid of the Automa card that we don't want. Round 2. 2 eggs and a cube. As far as I'm concerned, Automa currently has 2 birds in the wetlands. Right. For me, do I want to draw more birds? Oh, I did. There was a bird up there that I wanted, wasn't there? Also gonna have to get some eggs soon, though, too. So we'll go ahead and we'll draw a bird card. We'll take our red-bellied woodpecker. We'll end our turn. Automa. Round 2. 2 more eggs. But it removes its token, so it only has 1 bird in the wetlands. Is there anything that removes eggs from Automa, or does it just stack up points to hell? I'm thinking it's probably that. Alright. Be here. My turn. My turn is eggs. I need the eggs to play my bird. Yep, we're just gonna get 2 eggs straight up. Put them anywhere. Go ahead and put them up here. Alright. That's not a brown action, so nothing happens. Done. Automa's turn. Automa is going to get a bird card. I believe that's a face-down bird. Stop it. Come back here. Oh god, why? Why is this book that way? Okay. For a face-down bird card... No, this is discard all 3 bird cards and get the face-down bird. Oh, I forgot to reveal. It would have been the red knot. Great, get rid of these birds. Bye, guys. Glad I picked up the one I really wanted. Give Automa new face-down bird. lay out 3 new birds for my perusal. The common little bittern. Activated, gain a face-up bird that can prairie. That's effect. The tufted titmouse. Play a second bird, pay its normal cost. And the common grackle. Activated, tuck a bird from your hand behind it if you do also lay an egg on the bird. That's a tough. For my turn, I need to go back to gaining food. I can gain 2 food, which I will do, but as these are all the same type of food, I can reset birdhouse, so I'm going to do that. Because we all know what type of food I really want. Worms. I also want the food tokens to actually come out of the birdhouse. What is happening? And there they are, 2 worms. Wait, I need a wheat. Okay, a worm and a wheat today. Oh, I don't need a wheat. 2 worms today. Worm. Alright. We start moving on through the birds. Activated, reset the bird feeder. Happily. Will the bird feeder give me another worm? It will. It will take another worm from the bird feeder. 3 worms. Then this guy, just cash a wheat from the supply. This is how I'm going to stack up. I'm done. So we go back over to Automa. What's Automa want to do today? Automa wants to get rid of food. Specifically, the food I didn't get rid of. That's fine. Oh, well, I reset it anyway, so it wouldn't have been. That's fine, Automa. That's fine. Activate all pink powers. I still don't have any. Maybe I should have got. And that ends Automa's turn. For my turn, we're going to move forward with playing that bird. It's going to cost us 2 eggs. Delicious. Delicious egg. It's also going to cost us 1 worm. We're going to play the red-bellied woodpecker. It does not take effect right now, so it'll just stay there. You too. You also. You guys can be locked. You cannot be locked. You have to put birds on you. And so then we go back to Automa. Automa saith, get rid of all cherries and activate pink powers. Done. Automa's letting me off easy. Easy this round. We'll see if it picks back up next round. For me, though, I need more worms for my end of round stuff. We're gonna go grab some food. That allows us 3 tokens. These are not worms, but that is okay. I can take 1 wheat, grab my wheat, and then I can reset the bird feeder before I pick my next 2 foods. Oh my god, why? So one of my next 2 foods will be worm. Doesn't really matter what I pick next, but we'll go ahead and pick cherry so that we have some. Alright, we move on down the line. Gain a wheat from the bird feeder if available, and I may cash it on the card, so I don't have to. But I'm gonna. I don't need it. We get down to our reset the bird feeder, and if I do gain a worm if available. That is a worm that is available. That is a worm that is available. That is a worm. Let's remove this to sort of ensure that there will be a worm available next time. Gain a wheat from the supply, happily. Cash it on the bird. See, that's a lot. I wish they stacked like coins do. Now Automa gets to make its move. Automa wants more eggs. Also wants to remove a cube from up there, but I don't think it can if it doesn't have one. It is going to get the points for winning the round thing. Goodness gracious, all those eggs. Automa, get rid of some eggs. I don't think it can. Alright, my turn. Should I do something else, or should I just keep going for this? I mean, this really feels like how I'm stacking up points. To be fair, it is... How many points is it? It's a max 5 per round with that. Which is like a bird, because birds are worth points too, right? It's a guaranteed 1. Usually 2, usually 3. So, and typically maybe like 3 points each time I do it. There is a better return on investment, but I'm just gonna keep it up right now because this is going well for me. Gain 3 food. The worm. Reset. Worm. A lot of worms. It's more than I need for the end of the round, so I'm going to be happy there. Gain a wheat if available. I may cash it, and I will. Reset the bird feeder. If there's a worm, I can gain a worm. There is a worm. Oh no, it's too powerful. Cash a wheat. Okay, so I might be able to pause on this mess. I don't need any more of that for this round. Automa says, give me a bird card. Also, I'm winning the round. Go ahead and give it the win. It does get a bird card, but it doesn't get any of those. It gets face down bird card. The reason being that none of them only live in the plains, so I'm lucky. Birds are reset. Automa's pretty easy, but with a multiplayer game, it's a lot of what I'm doing, but with a bunch of different people. Automa will want this bird, the scissor-tailed flycatcher. It's 8 points. Goes there. I might grab it myself to play. 8 points. And when activated, all players gain a worm. That's not bad. This is also really cool. For sure, I do want that. Fortunately, I can only draw 1 bird card at a time because I didn't really pump that up. What about you? I don't love it. Who do I want most? It's the 8 point that the AI can take, for sure. Let's draw a bird card. Let's take that bird card. That's my bird. That ends my turn. And Automa's turn. Happens. Didn't it say 2? Oh no. Why do things keep going under it? This is what I drew though. What happens? Bird card. Well, I forgot to replace this one, but I still can't get that, so it gets an upside down bird. Okay. Is that all that happens for Automa? It is. Move after round 2 happens. There's no more hidden things. No. Fix that glitch now. Alright, so we gotta finish up the round. I have end of round effects. Choose a habitat with no eggs. Lay one egg on each bird in that habitat. That's gonna be the forest. My birds don't have any eggs up there, so I'm gonna give them eggs, and that's where I'm gonna be spending eggs. I think that's gonna work really well. Discard up to 5 worms. For each, tuck 1 card from the deck behind the bird. That's gonna be 5 this round. 4, 5. Like I said, I've got really good bird synergy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A lot of tucked cards. That's 8 points sitting there for the end of the Alright, after that we go to scoring the end of round goals. Do I get any points for being in second if I don't the criteria at all? Actually, I have to double check on that. I don't remember. Do I get to be second place? Do I have the second most? The end round count the quantity of the targeted item. Even if you score 0 points. Okay. So yeah, I think I'm second. No, you must have at least one of the targeted item to score points. So I am not second. I am in fact fourth. This is not long. So that's rough because that gave the AI 5 points. They basically just got my end of round bonus all on their own. I mean, this is not difficult for them because they get those cards that just allow them to place them. All right, but we're done with this. This is round 1 and 2, so it's gone. Round 3. Birds with eggs. Birds in 1 row. Cards. No eggs. I actually don't see the thing in the end of round goals. Or hidden? Oh, there are more. Why is it 2? Oh my god. Okay. Over here. The birds with nest. So its base is 3. Okay. Important to know. Do I have any cup nests? Base is 3. I feel like Automa is not balanced well for the end of round goals. It's like no challenge. I'm not even gonna pay attention to them essentially. Okay, reset the cubes. Flip this thing around. Why did they do this? Like, round 1 is 2, 3, 4. Just why? Why did they do it this way? It's so extra. It's so extra for what we're doing here. Okay, but I get to start my turn now. Oh, I forgot to... Did I do all the things then? I think so. We're gonna assume I did. Okay. So we have the eggs we need. We have the food we need. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna play a bird. It's gonna cost an egg. Oh, I forgot to reset the birds. I'm not playing that bird yet. I gotta see what's on the table. I might need to play defensively. I don't need to. So we're playing our bird. It's gonna cost an egg. 8-point bird. The cup nest. Why is there base 3? Jeebus. Okay. The cup nest. It costs me 2 worms and cherry. Fruit. 2 grub and a fruit. But bird. New bird. Happy bird. Automa. Automa. What's Automa gonna do to us this round? Gonna get rid of food. Hasn't realized that doesn't work yet. Fish, rodent, or cherry? No fish, but there is a rodent. Get rid of them. Pink powers activate. I don't have any. That's Automa's turn. That's it. I don't know. Maybe we're gonna get out okay. We'll find out at the end of game scoring whether or not I am completely screwed here. Okay, Tabletop Simulator could be louder. Make Tabletop Simulator. I want it to at least be over the. It doesn't typically play music, although if I go to the intro screen, I will be screaming our ears off. Alright, but it's my turn. We do need to pick up some worms, so we're going to go the food route, as we do. I get to pick 3 food. Not great right now. What are you, if available? So we're going to pick the worm. We're going to pick the cherry. That leaves our next brown power available. So we can get that wheat. Cash it. And we can choose to reset, and there's no reason not to reset right now. So we'll reset these. If a worm is rolled, then we can get a worm. There is exactly 1 worm. So we get that worm. We move on to caching. We're done with the round. Or the turn. So Automa gets its turn, and Automa says 2 eggs. No, come back. Hell. 2 eggs and a cube. Those eggs. So now, with this cube, Automa has 4 birds with cup nests, with an egg. That's just so rude. That's so rude that it's like, yeah, the base is 3. Oh, that's 4. The base is 2, so now it has 3. That's slightly better. Slightly better. I mean, it's not good for us still, but we can match 2. 2's not a problem. We can in fact match it just from that 1 special bird. Choose a habitat with no eggs. I doubt we're going to remove it from it. But we might. Speaking of which, what's on the bird table? Need a worm from the supply. I don't know that I need any more of that. Oh, I like that though. That's another some good points, I think. Then to so yeah, I'm going to draw a bird. I'm going to take that out. It gets replaced. My turn ends. Cards and keys. Not a bad one either. But it's Atoma's turn. Let's find out what Atoma wants to do. Atoma wants an upside down bird card and have a cup bird with egg in it. Now Atoma's a bit harder to catch. But it wanted enough. Right? Discard all. Yep. All these cards go bye-bye. I'm glad I took the card I wanted when I did. New birds are in play. These ones have pink effects. Once between turns with another player. Once between turns, gain a wheat from the bird. That's the Eurasian tree sparrow. Yellow-breasted chat. Activated if it's to the right, move it to habitat. 5-pointer though. And the horned lark. It is less food, and food that I typically take. Pink. Tuck a bird from my hand behind the bird. That's a rough sell for me. But go ahead and give Atoma its face down bird. Did I already give it its cube? I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. Started with that. Alright, so we're gonna move on to my turn. I still need more worms. But I also need a rodent now. I want out. There's too many rodents though, so I'm gonna take a rodent. It's gonna force me to take the wheat, unfortunately, to try to roll to get more. Resetting the bird feeder since it was all rodents. Alright, and for my third one, I can grab a worm. Nice. Alright. We move on to if a wheat's available, you can grab it and cache it. We move on to reset the bird feeder, take a worm if it's available. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at those worms. I'll take... Move on to just cache some wheat. Finish up here. Easy peasy. Atoma, though. Our mean machine friend. Wants a face-up bird and an end-of-round cube. Atoma is very serious about winning this. There is no chance in hell for me at winning. It can get a face-up bird, so it does. What else does it do? I'll pick up all. It'll keep the one with the highest point value, discard the rest. Okay, and then it's done. Placed with Bonelli's Eagle. Played for each rodent in the bird's cost. May pay one card from your hand instead if you do tuck the paid card. That's not bad if you have cards in your hand, but I don't. Not how I've been playing. But we're getting to our play a card phase, so we are going to spend 2 eggs. Uno. Dos. To play our Barred Owl. Probably going to be activating it mostly next turn. Hopefully enough to make a difference. So the 2 eggs and the rodent. Rodent, put the eggs in the tray. We're done with our turn. Our evil machine says, get rid of all cherries or fish or rats. 1 fish. Alright, so for my final move this turn, we do have 5 worms. But really, this top column is just how I'm getting points. So we're going to go with it. We can get 3 food, so we can prepare our worms for next turn. Or for next We'll get 1. Oh, I can't reset yet. I cannot reset. Go ahead and get a wheat. Reset for a 3rd die. I can also discard a bird for a 4th, but I don't understand. Oh no! So for our 3rd die, we'll get a worm. There is not a wheat available to cash. We move on to reset and maybe cash a worm. Oh wait, we don't do it that way yet. We have our new Bard Owl. The Bard Owl does get activated. I don't know why I locked you. You should not be locked. Reveal a bird. If it's under 75, tuck it. If not, discard it. Is our bird under 70? It's not. It's a huge snowy owl. Alright. So then we go through, we do the thing where we reset the tokens. And if a worm is available, we take the worm. There's a worm available, take the worm. Cash a wheat. We're good to go. The round has ended. So my end of round birds start taking effect. Use a habitat with no eggs. Lay 1 egg. Hi, Tater! Welcome in. This is your first time chatting here and you're a VIP. How about that, huh? Oh, what was it doing? Habitat with no eggs, lay an egg on each bird. There's only 1 habitat with no eggs, and it is this one. But we'll get its 2 eggs now. God, I don't want eggs on that bird. How are you doing tonight, Tater? Our common swift. I get to discard these 5 to tuck some 5 birds behind it. Two, 3, 4, 5. Vibing on Tetris 99. I have played a little bit of that. I'm okay at Tetris. I'm not a bad person at Tetris, but excuse me. But I'm certainly not good at competitive Tetris. That's too far for me. For me, I'm having a good night. We're having a chill evening. If you're interested, I technically have a queue open to join a next game, which I'm planning to be a co-op, Pandemic Reign of Cthulhu, which is it's a real fun game to play. So you're welcome to join me on that if you want to and if you're bored. But if not, that's fine too. It is a game I can play all by myself, like this one. Are you at least doing well on Tetris 99? Are you good at it, or are you bad at it? I finished my end of tasks. You're mediocre. That's fair. I feel like that's probably the default for people who are at least decent at Tetris. And I feel like I'm at least decent at Tetris. Although now that I'm saying that, it feels like I'm just either insulting you or challenging you. I'm not sure which is worse. Nights you can get to top 20. Tonight, doing good to break top 50. Yeah, that's a bit rough. But maybe you'll pick up. You know, it could be that the Uber Tetris people are on tonight. Yeah, do you tend to play during the same time so you get like the same type of people with the same type of rank? There's Aldi Sangria involved. Is Aldi Sangria any good? My wife Carrie loves Sangria, but it's risky. It's always risky getting new alcohol. good wind down game? And the sangria is not bad for the price? Okay. Okay. Like 5 or 6. Yeah, that's... I think their wines are around that price in general. Um, I'm not much of a wine person myself. But I do love Aldi's Winking Owl Moscato. It's like the only wine. If I drink wine, it has to be that. Everything else is like disgusting to me. Restock your wine shelf for about 60. That's it. That's the ticket. That's how you do it. Aldi has decent wines at decent prices, so why not? You're a sweet wine person and hungry. Great spot. Honestly, that sounds great. I might try their sangria with that recommendation myself. Cause I'm very much a sweet thing. I think I said before in maybe Queen Mod chat that I don't understand wine. I don't like how a liquid can be dry. It's not fun for me when my liquid is sand, you know. Somewhere in here, move after regard. Oh no! Why does that keep happening? Description says it's a red berry with hints of citrus. I mean, that sounds good. No hidden cards? No. Is it... Are you floating? Like, if I... don't care for anything dry as far as wines go. Well then, you'll have to give me the wines you like, because that is awesome. I like sweet things, and I don't like... So if we have similar taste in wine, you'll have to tell me what... because then I'll find stuff I like. I don't know about you, but I'm mostly a sweet cider person. So if I drink, it is typically a Wicked Grove cider, which is Aldi cider if you're unfamiliar. Or most recently Cider Boys. Cider Boys has some really tasty cider. Seasonal fruit wines are 10/10. I also like all these seasonal wines. I think though, maybe apple or strawberry or something disappointed me, and so I've been a little hesitant to try them all. But I did have some good experiences with those. But yeah, you wanted to try Wicked Grove. If you like cider at all, Wicked Grove. So before I drank Wicked Grove, I drank Angry Orchard, which is, I think it's Cleveland cider. And it's decent. It's not a bad cider. I thought it was one of the best for me. Because I'd also tried Reds before I realized that Reds was ale and not cider. Watermelon, blueberry, personal faves. Strawberries, no out there for me. That sounds right. That sounds right. Those, yeah, I'll probably. I don't. I say I'll probably have to buy some more of those, but I don't. I don't feel like I drink enough that worthwhile. But I might. I might. My wife. My wife has like very specific tabs that she likes, which makes it difficult. my wife and I have totally different wine opinions, so I tend to just stick to cider. But a $5 wine's not bad, right? Reds looks like a cider, especially how they emphasize the apples, but no, it's like an apple flavored ale. It always made my stomach hurt, and it wasn't particularly good. And then after suffering through that for a bit, I found out it wasn't cider. And honestly, it was a relief to find out it wasn't cider. But yeah, if you like cider at all, I do recommend Wicked Grove. Nope, me too. Yeah, Fireball and Angry Orchard is great. Yeah, I went off the rails there for a bit, but I was saying that I started with Angry Orchard, and Wicked Grove is... It's not a ton sweeter, but it's slightly sweeter. It's smoother. It's definitely better than Angry Orchard, in my opinion, as someone who likes sweet, non-dry ciders. And it sounds like we have similar tastes there, so I definitely recommend going for Wicked Grove for just a pure. I do mix Fireball in it sometimes. I think it's just as good as Angry Orchard. Angry Orchard might get more of a bite with. Oh. Aldi's seltzers, I think I have. I'm not a big fan of seltzers in general. Because in my opinion, like, I know what hard seltzers are trying to do, which is that they want to be... They want to be a conscientious alcoholic beverage, where they're like really low calorie, maybe no calorie, and they suck because of it. They're absolutely terrible. Hard seltzers across the board are terrible to me. I've certainly had a few decent ones, and I think they're the ones that are like 100 calories because they put some sugar in it. But in general, no. I don't have any good recommendations for you there. A lot of them are very syrup heavy too. I mean, you're talking hard seltzers, right? Syrup heavy? I don't know. I feel like sugar is part of that syrup. So I wouldn't agree with that, but as far as their flavors go. Yeah, I don't think I've drank enough hard seltzer to really have an opinion on opinion. If that makes sense. Cider, though, I could gush about cider. Like I could gush about board games. Speaking of which, I should probably finish up this round. Everyone that's come in tonight, you, Tater, Nalacion, who is Reviewer's Legacy, which is a good bean from a different part of my life than Queen Rowlet, so I don't know. They're pretty cool. I'll give them a shout out, even though they're lurking here. Reviewer's Legacy, Nalacion, his girlfriend, Emma, they're great beans. You and them, it's just so easy to get into like a conversation with and completely not care about whatever game I'm playing. How dare I? How dare I indeed? You don't know how deep the deception goes, Tater. It goes crazy deep. See, back in 2012, wow, that's 2 decades. That can't be 2 decades. That can't have been 20. No, 2012 isn't 2 decades. 2012 is 1 decade. Oh, thank God. For a minute there, I couldn't count, and everything got really crazy. I did see the mod tiers. I was present for that whole part of the stream. Did you see the mod tiers? It was so fun. The mod tier bit was so fun, especially the ending where all of us with cats got put to toaster tier. Uh, I know it's a joke, but I'm going to love at some point rolling out that I'm at the same level as Toaster, which I know is absolutely well true, but because of the mod tier list, I get to say it at least once, uh, without Queen getting terribly upset at me, I suppose. No, but I was saying, in 2012, I started a guild for a Minecraft server uh, game that grew to like several hundred people, and I still sort of operate that guild as an admin. And Nalacion was one of the people who ran that guild underneath me for a while. Oh no to the guild, or oh no to Minecraft, or the third option, oh no to it being Game of Thrones based. You said Minecraft really quick, but now you have that third option that you really got to think about. It hurts me. It hurts me a little when people say never watched Game of Thrones. Not because I care if they've watched it or not, but because their first reaction is never read Game of Thrones. I feel like I feel like you might be able to match that to if you'd asked me about Harry Potter and my reaction was I never watched Harry Potter. I think that might be an equivalent sort of feeling. To be fair though, Game of Thrones is not an easy read. It is not. Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I have never read Lord of the Rings. Um, I have watched it, but I've never read it. I tried in high school to read The Hobbit, and it was too dry for me then, and I haven't tried to pick it back up again. I should at some point, because I really enjoy the Lord of the Rings world. Yeah, I've never suffered through it. Reading is sort of an on and off love with. It could definitely go in that category of people saying never seen. 100%, 100% would say that instead of saying never, and it would make us all really sad. The Witcher, yeah. Um, I guess now you could say never seen. I have never seen. I have never seen. I have never played. I have never read. At least I am learned enough to know about the history of The Witcher. But on that topic, I do think for Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings, saying never seen is going to be perhaps more important. because of the new expanding lore that they're doing in what they're putting out for TV. Right? Because you have the Rings of Power, and you have whatever Targaryen BS Game of Thrones is doing. I don't know. I refuse to subscribe to HBO because they're cutting their scripted content, and because they deleted cartoons, for instance, that are really great and whose creators I really support. So I'm in general mad at HBO right now and refuse to financially support them. It is good to hear that Netflix is doing good with The Witcher, at least with season 1. It is on my to-watch list. It is not on my to-read list, so I don't know if that's good or bad. Watch season. So did you then start reading it because the movies were coming out, or a different reason? Reading them for season. I feel like that's a reasonable thing to do because there's so many books. Nobody's gonna read them all. Cup nests. Do I have a cup nest? Please tell me. I do. Hooray! I've won, so I qualify for second place. Because I'm unsure. I'm unsure if I started reading Game of Thrones before I started watching it. I absolutely claim that to be the truth, but I'm not 100%. There's 8 Witchers. The first one's a collection of short stories to get background. Okay. Okay. Are the books easy? They pretty much followed the book to the letter. That I like that. I like when you can tell that a show is a love letter to the writing. Shows. I also get that. I get how difficult TV can be that way. Because I know Rings of Fire, or Rings of Power is also they're playing fast and loose with the timeline. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Because I'm guessing much like Rings of Power, Witcher takes place over probably hundreds of years, right? Centuries? Old because the Witcher lived. I know nothing about the Witcher lore. Not a dang thing. Maybe 100 years. Oh. I guess that could still make sense timeline wise. I feel like on a short time scale that maybe that's not necessary, but I will take your word for it that it made sense for the storytelling of the show. Because mortality and whatnot. For sure. For sure. Just like Rings of Power. Just like Rings of Power. Because humans die so fast. You can't be switching them out constantly. It's always the problem with these semi to immortal beings. They live so dang long. go through a million. I am going to attempt to continue this discussion while I continue playing this game. We'll see how that works. It's going to be a skill I'll have to master if I'm going to continue streaming. All right. So we are on round 4. The final round of this game, where I am attempting not to let a computer whoop me. We're gonna see if I manage it this time. It's not easy. Not easy. Get my action cubes all together. 5 action cubes. We got 5 actions. We got place these birds because I forgot to do. Those. Timeline is multiple centuries. That's what I figured. That's when it makes sense to really mess with it. Alright, what birds do we got? We got the spotted towhee. Activated gain from the supply. That's something else. The red-legged partridge. Expensive, but when activated, lay an egg on each bird in this column. Range one. Not super exciting. We got the wild turkey, which is just an 8-point bird. It's expensive. It can hold a lot of eggs. Might be worthwhile to try to take it because I have so much food that I don't need to do anything with. I could use that extra 8 points. I got the eggs to play it too. Alright, so... Oh. Actually, I would prefer that the computer get this face-up bird than a face-down bird, because it is cheap. Alright. So, our action this turn is we're going to draw bird cards. You saw the one I want. I want that turkey. Delicious. It gets replaced at the end of my turn with another bird. Oh no, it's a better bird than Beckla's Lark. Activated, discard a wheat from your supply. If you do, lay 2 eggs on this bird. That wouldn't be a terrible one. 1 for the Witcher ran 1206 to 1263. 1264 began season 4. Did you mean season 4? Is it up to 4 seasons? I got my bird. It is Automa's turn. Season 2. Yeah, okay. You don't have to be sorry. I just wanted to double check because I didn't think it was that far along already. What's Automa gonna do? Automa is gonna start out strong. It's gonna play a face down bird. Which, if I recall, means it gets rid of all the other birds. Yep, it does. I got that 8 when I did. Good. Get rid of those birds. Could grab a face down bird. They got rid of Henry Cavill already as Geralt? Is there at least a lore-based reason for that? Tama is gonna add a little token up here. Speaking of which, round 4, eggs in the prairie, and it's a base of 5, 6 now. To beat it there, I'll have to get more than 6 eggs in the prairie, and that is simply not possible. Not a lore-based reason. Are you saying that there's a good reason, even though there's not a lore-based reason? That ends Automa's turn. Oh, Cavill was promised a reprise of his role as super. So he said no because he's going to be super. And then Warner Brothers dropped him. Did he do something, or did he just get caught up in Warner, HBO, Discovery sort of acts on scripted content? Alright, so it becomes my turn. For my turn, I am going to play a bird. Gal Gadot. I've only ever read that name. I've never attempted to before. So I'm playing a bird to here, which means it takes 1 egg to play it. It will be the wild turkey, which will cost me an additional 2 wheat, 2 grain, and a fruit. Gal Gadot was Wonder Woman. Yeah, that sounds right. Because no, I know they canceled Supergirl, but that couldn't be the cause of that, could it? Get to play our turkey. Nothing else happens. That is the end of our turn. Are they just... I wonder then if they're just done with DC for a bit, and it is just scripted content. Automa, what will the computer do to us this turn? It will get a bird. Did I ever replace the bird? I didn't replace the bird. Minus. They're putting out the Flash. But maybe that's because it's been in development for way too long. Although Supergirl was finished. I can't fathom what Warner Discovery thinks they're doing anymore. It's unfathomable. It's unfathomable and unconscientious. Ben Affleck. Oh man, I know that name. I know of Ben Affleck. The birds are out. Rose-breasted grosbeak. Gain a thing from the bird feeder if there's one. It's 6 points. It's not. Clark's Greb. Draw a bird. If you do, discard a bird. That's mad. I mean, it's good that they're in waterfront. Doing much. Eleonora's Falcon. Well, all dice not in the bird feeder if any are rats. Place egg on the card. That's okay. That's okay. It's not. These aren't fantastic. I don't care. Anyway, that's right. Automa was playing, and it needs to draw a bird. If any of them match its thing, which they don't, do they get discarded if they don't? No, it just gets a face-down bird. Thank you, music, for having birds in you. That's really disorienting, having birds going from my right ear to my left ear. Alright, goes back to my turn. I've got a good thing going here. Might be too good of a thing. I only need 2 more grub to sort of finish off the 5 grub for this guy, but this is still where I'm getting all my points. What's the bird feeder look like? It looks terrible for me. Oh my god, it's awful. So it might behoove me to try to get some of these. That reminds me, I have my secret thing for the end. Ground nests. Oh dear. I'm not getting those points then, for sure. So then it would be beneficial of me to try to get some other higher point stuff going on. Let's make sure I can get 5 points at the end of this round, though. So we are going to do this at least one time. We're going to get food from the bird feeder. We get 3 food. They're not great. What I really want are worms. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a wheat. 1 food. A rodent. 2 food. Now that they're all the same, I can reset the bird feeder. James Gunn wanted a younger Superman. I mean, if they're doing a prequel, it makes sense, I guess. But if they're not, then it's just kind of dickish. And now I can get my worm. Poor worm is better than no worm. Alright. Next. When activated, look at a bird from the deck. If it's less than 75 centimeters, tuck it. Less than 75 centimeters it is! This owl is about to eat this bobolink. Delicious. They don't teach you that at Hogwarts. A lot of it is speculation, though. One is really anything. Rather than a comment from Gun about. Yeah, it's messy for sure. Activated, gain a wheat from the bird feeder if available. It is available. And may cash it on the card. I will cash it on the card. Brown. Activated, reset the bird feeder. I will activate this to reset the bird feeder and hopefully gain a worm from the bird feeder upon resetting. This one is risky because there were some good worms in it, but I only need 5. And there's the 5th one. I will grab that worm. Alright. Moving on. Cash a wheat from the supply. Easy peasy. Easy points. So is 1, 2, 3 points. That action was only 3 points. So maybe I'm not getting a lot of points there, because playing eggs is also 3 points at the card, and I can discard a food for a 4th egg. So maybe eggs is my move right now? That's 4 points. Got the 5 for the end of the round, which is what I want. Set out. That's good. The max points up here is 3 per round. 3 per turn. Max points here are 3 to 4 per turn. If I have food. That news, I will not be returned to Superman after being told to my return prior to their hire. Wasn't the easiest, but that's life. I respect that James and Peter have a universe to build. I wish them and all. Avil's Instagram. Well, that is... No, I don't know why I'm trying not to curse on the stream, but I will curse a little bit. That's shitty. That's straight up shitty. I get that it is what it is, but asking him to announce it and then changing their minds, and he's given up other things, is... Oh, I guess they swapped the director. I don't know. Super shitty. It's super shitty. I don't know about you, Tater. I'm not a big DC Universe fan myself. I am a big MCU fan. When I started getting into this sort of thing, my wife was like anti on the Marvel side of the DC versus Marvel stuff. Superman news comes after a week of headlines following Warner Brothers' decision not to move forward with a new Wonder Woman movie. Warner Brothers is just a mess right now. Yeah, that's the same. That's the same for me. The Marvel movies, and I guess the TV shows, at least the canon TV shows, by which I mean Disney Plus came into it, is all the Marvel lore I really know. Something I like about that type of thing and that MCU was doing really, really well with up until Endgame is having a universe where everything's canon, right? Everything is a like once you get into multiverse territory, it gets difficult for me to follow. But having like a definitive canon, and I get to watch and I get to experience the world building. That's the sort of thing that I really love. So the MCU does that really well for me. Star Wars does that really well for me. Um, I watch DC films come out, and I instantly know that's just a disaster of timelines and canonicity. Or discount it entirely. Um, Lord of the Rings is doing that really well for me right now, especially with the Power. That's sort of why I have my opinion. You can only rerun Batman so many times. To be fair, you could say the same thing about Spider-Man, right? They've reinvented Spider-Man so many times. Although after everything I just said about Marvel and the single universe, I'm also really enjoying Miles Morales' Spider-Man from Sony, the film. What was it called? Across the Multiverse? No, I think that's the second one. Into the Spider-Verse, I think, was the first one. That film is technically impressive. It is gorgeous. Every bit of the writing is fantastic. Like, I don't care that it's Spider-Man or not Spider-Man. That film is just wonderful. Um, completely disconnected from the rest of what I care about for Marvel. Sony's current Spider-Verse animated films are beautiful. I feel like they deserve some recognition for that. Which is why I'm recognizing them. What was I doing? Oh, I did this. I ended my turn. So it's time for Automa's. I have played 3. Automa's turn for play. Holland Spider-Man is great. I do not disagree with that in any way, shape, or form. Tom Holland is fantastic as Spider-Man. If I know people who like watch all these films have their Spider-Man, um, which is a totally normal thing for people. Tom Holland is my Spider-Man. I've seen other Spider-Man movies. I've watched Tom Holland. Is where I feel there. Oh my gosh, the AI is going to get 3 eggs this. I have seen it. Yeah. If it's MCU, once it's on Disney Plus, I'll have watched it with it. That's where I am for. Look at these fork and egg. Come on, computer. I also agree that spoiler protection is. When did that movie come out? 2021? Like, yeah. There's no protection. And then it. Something like. Yeah, it's not new. Like, if you came in here and you started spoiling Ant-Man, Quantumania, that would be fighting behavior. But the latest Spider-Man movie, not so much. Right, that's the computer's turn, so it's my turn again. directors for Endgame were like, "You're no longer safe after 2 weeks." Yeah, they were like that, weren't they? I don't know. I don't appreciate that about the Russo brothers. Did I want to consider getting a bird card? So 6, and I could play it next turn. I only have 2 turns. Do I want to waste one getting a bird? I don't. It is more worthwhile for me. Instead of getting this one bird that I will then play for 6 points, so I'll get 6 points over 2 turns, I could instead lay eggs and get 8 points over 2 turns. Because this bird also does not help me with this, which I just completely disregard. And it also does not help me with eggs here. In fact, trying to get 8 eggs here is really going to benefit me here. Because right now the AI has 5, 6, 7 eggs there. So the 8 eggs there at least gives me a chance of not being second place for those points. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do for both of my next turns. Is I'm going to lay eggs. I'm going to lay so many eggs. Oh no, I can't use this round end. That's going to be disappointing. Hubs and I came home from our little anniversary trip a couple years ago, only to immediately go to the movie theater to go see it. I mean, yeah, that's got to be the play. That's got to be the play. Endgame was a big deal. Endgame was such a big deal, and it was super enjoyable. But I hate that they opened up the multiples. Tickets on Fandango. Absolutely. All players gain a worm from the supply. Worm. Extra worm. Gotta lay these eggs now. Perfect. A day during the week wasn't a whole lot of people to deal with. That is also fantastic choice. You know, this might be a bit of an embarrassing story, but the whole family was really, really excited for Encanto. And I knew that it was coming out like Christmas on Disney Plus, and we had Disney Plus. And I tried to hold us off till then, and we did. We did hold off that long with the girls, with my now 3 and 8-year-old girls. We held off that long. But my wife and I, we took like a random Tuesday off, and we went to the movie theater, and we watched Encanto, middle of the day, by ourselves, and we didn't tell our children that we had already seen it. We had to keep it a secret. It was such a good date, such a good random midday date, and such a good film. So yeah, midday, midweek movie theaters, perfect. Barely any people. Definitely not like a ton of children yelling about whatever's happening. They're like maybe, a couple children, and then it's really cute when they make like a noise. As opposed to like there being 20 children. Things are just chaotic. Midday, midweek, really great. Gravy, bit of grief about the movie. About singing songs from the film before you saw it, about Encanto. Have you seen Encanto? No, it was. We don't. I think that was why Carrie and I had to see it as well, was because those songs were everywhere. Watched it in two sittings. Two sittings. I don't know what that means. Does that mean you watched it twice? Oh, computer's turn. Write up that next message. I'll just get my butt handed to me. Computer's not bad this time. Plasma. I do not understand. Oh, well, you donated plasma. Oh. That is not an ideal way to watch a film, but it works. Oh. I guess it technically, this bird face down. This bird comes up. And it removes one of these. That is very helpful to me. I think Chance might be favoring me this time. It's my turn. It's my last turn. And we're going to do what I said we're going to do. We're going to lay those eggs. I got rid of one of these last time. Getting rid of a week this 4 eggs again. They're all going on the turkey. 3, 4. The turkey is full. Everyone games a worm. Hey, just what I need. Don't need it. These nuts, I mean, Lurk. Lurk actually works. These nuts does not, but I could. I do have. By the way, welcome in, Zerothin. It is good to see you. Tater walks away, and Zerothim bursts in and says, "D's nuts." That's the chaos I like to see. Since you said lurk, I assume you're going to be lurking. I'll just continue saying what I'm saying, whether you're listening or not. Which is that I do, since I'm not yet affiliate, I do have Stream Elements set up, and it is supposed to be awarding points based on watch time, which I don't have really much fun in there. Let's find out if it's working or not, huh? I think I have like a command that yells Ricci. Yeah, that is working. I see a lot of people with points in there. Emma is winning by far. 690 points. That's going well for her. Zerothin at 330. Hater at 150. Zero has just secretly been here the whole time. Yeah. Who is the other guy? Who runs Game Changer? Is it Sam Reich? That's... Game Changer is also something else entirely. I mean the show. Film and television. Drop out. Hosted by who? Sam Reich. Okay, so then it's the other guy that I was thinking of. I don't remember his name either. Oh man. Yeah. Zero's point total is giving me real Sam Reich vibes, which is I've been here the whole time. Oh man, I can't believe I've managed to play 2.5 hours of Wingspan by myself. Which is just because chat has been fantastic today. Emma and Lacey and Tater, you guys have been great. Let's play the PC's final final round, final turn. 3 eggs and a cube. Those 3 eggs are bad. That cube won't. Alright, end of round stuff happening now. Welcome back, by the way, Tater. I read that you've returned. You and Zero just, like, traded places there for a second, which was odd. Like Clark Kent disappearing and Spider-Man showing up, and then Spider-Man disappearing and Clark Kent showing up, kind of weird. But I feel like I've definitely seen you two in the same place before. So you can't possibly be putting on a costume and being Zero. The habitat with no eggs cannot do that. Discard up to 5 worms. I can do that, and I can tuck birds for discarding the worm. That's a lot. Okay, tucked bird. I'm just gonna put them here. Doesn't matter. Despise these nuts jokes. See, sure, I get that, but that would be a fantastic cover for secretly being Zero. Not that I don't believe you, just that it works too well. All right, let's do the round end scoring stuff. A similar looking cat? Oh man. Oh, you're just sealing the deal now. They have GMF. I have Ganon. Are those cat names? What are those? Is your cat's name Ganon? I don't know your cat's name. What is your cat's name? Is it Ganon? Cat you're currently taking care of for a friend. Grandmaster Flash. Oh man. It's gonna take, like, I'm probably not gonna remember these cat names right away, but I want to, and so I'm gonna try to. I don't know if you saw in Rowlett Estate, but I have 3 cats. We're Beatrice, Nymeria, and Tonks. Tonks, whose technical name is Nymphadora. Get that reference. Your guys are Archie, Siri, Izzy, Hampton, Muffin, and Mario. Do you have 5 cats? 2, 3, 4. Besides that being 6, do you have 6 cats? You have 6 cats plus 1 you're taking care of. That's so many cats. I think based on how Rowlett put me in toaster tier because I have 3, I think that bumps you up to some above toaster tier. Or is the trans cat icon? I heard about the trans cat. Were you present during the mod tier list and I've simply forgotten everything that happened this morning? Or Rowlett told us. Okay. My memory not work so good. So either of those options were equally plausible to me. Alright. So the computer has 5, 6, 7 eggs in planes. I think I have 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I get first. I get first this time, computer. Haha. Fuck you, computer. Yeah, that's right. You don't always win. I'm really salty about the computer and these, if you couldn't tell. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so computer, that's 11, well, 13. Computer here has 13. I have 2, 5, plus 7. 7 is 12. Really? I caught up that much? Nice. Okay. Yeah, that's a good start. I can continue my... Well, actually, I don't know if Automa has to do other things. Brandon's stuff... Long story short, Mario had a urinary blockage thanks to sediment in his bladder. He kept reblocking after they removed his catheter, so he had bottom surgery. Yep, yeah, I got that. I certainly made comments about that being the trans agenda just for fun, which, on further reflect, might not have been a good choice, actually. But, yeah. If he doesn't dislike it, that's good for him. I'm happy for our trans cat icon that he can live a good life. A trans bow tie for him, that is... If you haven't shared pictures of him in Rowlett Estate, please do. I would love to see. I'd love to see your cat. If you have, it's going to be really easy for me to find, because I am right now typing from Cadrus Toterum in pets. From didn't work. Oh god, this is a Windows computer. Everything's going sideways when I do that. Yeah, I'm definitely, like, I'm not looking at my game right now. I am looking in Discord for cat pictures. From. Is your... Do you not... Are you not Tater? Are you something else in this dang server? Everyone's like... You are Tater. Why is this not working? Do I have to put an @ symbol? Am I misspelling your name? Discord is betraying me today. It's being the worst friend. Yeah, it's not... So the search bar in Discord is not filling out the from for usernames. Like, I can't even search for things from me. So I can't look up your pictures tonight. That would also be great, but don't feel pressured to do that. I will find them. I will find them, and I will look at the cute cats. Dang it. Oh gosh, I started moving my window size again. All right, I gotta finish up this. Oh wait, was I looking at round 3? I was. Oh no, in round 4 it starts with 2. It starts with 7, 8. I still beat it with 9. Okay. Woof. Oh, that was scary for a minute. Okay. Now I can count out my points. It is a lot. It's a lot of points. I'm not gonna... It'll be difficult. I'm gonna have to manually count because he's X, so. Let's get rid of things that don't count for points. Those don't count for points. These don't count for points. This doesn't count. Oop! DMs from Gator. Let's look at them. Izzy? Is he pregnant? I've not seen a cat look that way before. Muffin. Cute little... I'm going to guess orange boy. I guess Muffin is a boy because I see orange. Or is Muffin a tortie? Because a boy would be all orange, wouldn't they? But a girl would be tortoiseshell. Typically. Not 100%. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I saw the orange and immediately thought like an orange boy, but it is a tortie. Archie's an orange boy, yeah. Archie's her offspring. Just gotta keep passing that red hair gene along. That's how you get these beautiful orange and sporty kitty cats. I wait for the next ones to roll in. Keep scoring. Oh no! I did the thing again. So I have to click back in this game, and apparently I manage to do it in a way that I guess I'm clicking the edge or something, and it's like, oh, now we're in resize mode. And I've done it so much tonight. So terrible. Ganon? I don't know what that first style is. But Ganon looks pretty cool. I set these out and counting them straight up. I'm definitely distracted. Ray tab. Okay. Each of these, this is a lot of points. Hopefully it's enough to compete with the AI's eggs. $15 points. Mario. Oh, Mario's one of those black kitty. Fury. That's a pretty gray color.
The story you're about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed.
Egg up here. I do have a 10th egg. And okay. Bonus cards. I failed. Birds with ground nests. 0. 0 birds with ground nests. Oh man. Threw this card. Well, that did not work. The other one was greater than 65 wingspan. Mine to I wouldn't have. The else bonus cards. Euro. Tucked cards. Tucked cards is gonna one here. Got this pile here. Last 5. And I think that said 13. Oh man. 19 tucked cards. 19 into the game. Okay. I'm not doing terrible. Let's get our bird points in. 5, 6, plus 8. It's 14. Plus another 8. 22. Plus 5. 7. Plus 3 is 30 points in birds. That is not a bad score for me. Alright, now let's get wrecked. Eggs. Doesn't have cached food. All eggs. $16? That's it? Maybe I'm not gonna get. Alright. Scoring here is round goals, points on each of its face-up bird cards, 1 point for egg. It doesn't gain points from its bonus card. Okay. I feel like that's fair, considering that it just takes these willy-nilly. But still, that's only 10 points from those birds. We're gonna call that. We're gonna call that its bonus card to keep it separate. Hampton is a good-looking cat. Okay, it has 9 face-down. So easy mode is multiplier of. All right. So let's first take a look at the difference between 86 and 39. All right. That means to tie with me, it has to get 47 points. It has 9. So 47 divided by 9 is 5.2. So each of these would have to be worth 5.2 for it to beat me, and they are at max 5. So in my opinion, that means I just won on hard mode. For the first time beating the computer, I definitely won on easy mode. Definitely medium. Won on hard. The computer went real easy on me this time. This last time, it wiped the floor with me. But, this is good. I'm pleased. I feel like I have accomplished something tonight. Well, this took so much longer than I anticipated that I'm not really sure what to do next. Oh my gosh, more cat pictures. Well, first I'm going to look at the cat pictures. Cats are just wonderful. I don't know. Cats are amazing. I love cats. I don't know what humans did to deserve cats, but I am happy that it happened. Alright, so it's midnight. I was planning on ending my stream here, but I was also planning to play at least one round of Pandemic Reign of Cthulhu. So I'm gonna do that. No one has joined the queue, so I think that means that I'm gonna play it by myself. In case I didn't know, you were a vet assistant for about 10 years before your current job. I did not know you used to foster neonatal kiddos for rescue group. I did not know that. That's quite a job. I myself have a close friend, a friend in my gaming group, the wife of a previous coworker. Most of your guys were foster failures. That tracks. But she worked at the Cleveland Animal Protection League, and she worked there for a long time, and she constantly had like temporary fosters So she has a Cheeto of a German Shepherd that I think they ended up adopting. I don't know if they were fostering him at first or not. And so many chinchillas, because they were not supposed to live very long, but they did. They they did not succumb to whatever it is that they were going to succumb to. So she has so many chinchillas. And what I've learned from that is that, especially with what you have just told me, is that people who work in animal jobs get so many animals. Izzy was in a group this brought came from Charlotte to Greer on a chicken processing truck. Just a cat in the middle of a bunch of chickens, and it wasn't complete chaos. Oh, because she was a baby. Her litter was about 3 weeks old at the time. Wow. Yeah, that's definitely demanding of a rescue. Or, yeah, for a litter of 5. I remembered to mute for that sneeze. But VOD does not care if I mute. They all survived and found homes, including Izzy, but you got her back after her owner passed away. She just turned 11. Was she an old cat? Wow. Now, only in age are you reminding me of our previous cat, Tiger, who was an old man, estimated to be 18 or more. Passed away so many years. Mario, you had in a group of 4 that you got at 2 years of age. Adopted in August and brought back less than a year later. What happened? Because of the urinary problems. Owner was moving. Yeah, yeah, that's, I don't know. I probably feel about that the same way that it sounds like you feel about that, just by the quotation marks around moving. Got him back about 2 weeks before you met your husband. The real question then is, did your husband marry you, or did your husband marry your cats? Maybe that's a rude joke of a question to ask. But I think it's a little funny. Because he clearly married into cats. Married you, accepted the cat. Mario hates him. Oh, man. If Trans Cat doesn't like your husband, I don't know. I don't know. Although, that is a little funny, knowing about the drama that happened at QRs that we're not going to bring up on stream. That makes that a little funny to me. That Mario hates him. Yeah. Oh, good. You agree with me. I felt like maybe I was treading too close to the edge there on whether or not whether or not that would be generally considered funny. Too chill for that. I mean, hey, if that's how you roll, if you're chill, I'm chill. I'm going for a cozy, comfy vibe here. Muffin and Archie are an interesting story. Do tell. I'm here to hear. I do see the viewer count fluctuating, so if there are other viewers in here, don't worry, we are still playing Tabletop Simulator. Just taking a quick story break. Wait, can I actually not game soul? Scripting only has to set up for 2 players. I thought I could play with. One day off work, it wasn't doing well all week, about a week old. Came into work, talking to the family, asked them about the rest of the cats at their apartment, and they were going to let them back outside once they were old enough. Had them surrender Mama and the other babies. Yeah, I understand that both from the kitten needing its mom at that age. 'Cause that's way too early to separate, right? And also like and bad cat parents to just let them outside. In my opinion, I know not everyone shares that opinion. Shouldn't be harsh about. Brought Muffin and her litter. Kitten they brought died. Oh. Wanted have to keep 2 adults are hard to home. He agreed. And it's Archie and Muffin. That's cute. It's really cute that at least one of Muffin's children weren't separated from her too. Empted around the same time. There's so many cats. So many cats. Found him outside of his apartment and was got to decided he wanted third floor living. Ran into the apartment and never left. That's great, though. So that means at least 2 of these 6 cats, maybe 3, are due to the husband. So it's a straight up cat family. Ciri's the youngest. Ciri's a name from The Witcher too, isn't it? Is that what that cat's named from? Out on the sidewalk eating crushed up goldfish crackers. That doesn't seem like what a cat would want. Witcher 3 at the time. So named off the video game, not the TV show. Definitely not the books. At about 6 months of age. Okay. Ciri's the youngest. So how long ago was that? How old is Ciri now? About 6-ish? Okay. Well, I know it's imprecise because with rescues like that, you can't know exactly when they were born, right? August 2017 is her birthday. And Jan 2018. Okay. Yeah. About 5 to 6. Like just piecing your life with my life. That's about in between my 2 children. Because the eldest is 8 and the youngest is 3. So 6 is right about in there. Izzy's your eldest at 11. So I know Ciri's your youngest, but which is your most recent? Izzy. Okay. My apologies if I have ever made you repeat any of this, but like I mentioned earlier, my brain not members so well a lot of the time. Also, six cats is a lot, yeah. I still don't know all of my wife's cousins, so 6 cats is a lot for me to try to remember, but I will attempt. Thank you for sharing them with me, by the way. They are adorable. I hope you got or will get a chance to look at my cats because I posted them to the pets channel just earlier today. on that note, I do think I will be ending stream. Yeah, because the script for the next game I wanted to play seems to have a minimum of 2, which is going to make that kind of hard to do. So I guess I was in just chatting this whole time. I'm probably going to throw the raid over to Grinning Hazard due to the subathon. Not that a 2-viewer raid is anything. I'm gonna do it. Oh, they're sleeping anyway. Thank you. They are all girls. Every single one of them. You have a friend? I'll throw us over to them. That's cool. I mean, it's just you and me, and I won't be around super long, but I do like discovering new people. Feel free to wreck. If they're not, I do have other options as well. Without looking for playing Tabletop Simulator. Hey, give me a second, because I'm trying to remember. I don't remember the streamer at all. Them very much. Oh, Vox Machina? I haven't seen that, so I would be interested. Go ahead and wreck. That's better than the Final Fantasy XIV streamer I'll send us to otherwise. Sword. Well then, I will be raiding the sword. I think it's just you and me now, Tater, so thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to anyone else who is still here as well. It was a fun stream tonight, so yeah, thank you. I enjoyed tonight a lot. I enjoyed beating Wingspan Automa. I hope to catch you again soon.